Hello everyone and welcome to the first episode of a brand new series here on the channel. Trying something a little bit new. Welcome to episode 1 of South by Südwest. Now we're going to get to why I called it that in a little bit, besides the fact that I just love a nice little play on words. But we have taken over SV Elversberg in the southwest of Germany. They're currently competing in the Zweite Bundesliga, the second tier of German football, having just been promoted from the third tier. So this is their first season in the second flight. And so we're pretty much going to be looking at just trying to keep the team up out of relegation. My personal goal is kind of mid-table, maybe start pushing toward those playoff spots, but I'm not sure if this team is going to be quite ready for the Bundesliga as of yet, and we'll get to why in just a second. And one of the reasons why I picked this particular team is because in real life, they are in the Zweite Bundesliga, and they came this close to earning promotion to the Bundesliga for next year. And if they were to make it to Germany's top flight, they would be the team from the smallest community to have a team in the top division of German football. Only 15,000 residents of Spießen-Elversberg, Germany, which is located in the Saarland state in the southwest of Germany, right there by Luxembourg. Now, as far as how the save is going to go, this isn't going to just be your typical take a team up and win everything. We are doing a twist on the Youth Academy save. So primarily, we are going to be relying on our youth intakes to determine the future players of this team. Now, of course, I say of course, because in my mind, this is just how things go. Anyone who is on the team currently is eligible to stay for as long as they like. But moving forward, for the most part, and we'll get to that in just a second, for the most part, all of our new players are going to come through our academy and our youth intake system. So we're going to be relying on our director of football and our head of youth development to really get us through. Now, there is going to be a little bit of a wrinkle because I know how difficult this kind of save can be, especially when you're dealing with a team whose facilities aren't the greatest. We have basic youth recruitment, fairly basic academy of coaching, and below average youth facilities or training facilities ain't that great either. So we're going to be looking to improve those. It's going to be a tough task because if you look at the bottom right corner of your screen, we are over 2 million euros in the hole just to start off the save. We do have a little bit of money for transfers, just under 80,000, and about 5,500 euros remaining in room in our wage budget. Now, here's the caveat. I have decided that we are also going to allow signings, but only from players that were born in Saarland. Now, you might go, okay, that's a pretty big pool. It really isn't. Saarland is one, aside from like the city states of like Hamburg, for example. Saarland is the smallest of the German states. There are currently about 108 players in the game right now that were born in Saarland. We picked up one or two. We'll get to that as we get set to review the team. The other thing we're going to do in this save that's going to be a little bit different than anything else you may have seen on the channel. I really wanted to try to get the flavor of the streams that we've been doing. A lot of people react well to my style in the streams. I also, in order to get episodes out on a regular basis, since my life and schedule has changed, if you've been in the streams, then you kind of know why. I'm really not going to be editing these down. So the episodes are going to be a little bit shorter, most likely, than what we are used to. It's going to be a lot more organic. I may flub my lines every once in a while, and that, my friends, is A-okay. As I mentioned, we are in the Zweite Bundesliga, currently sitting in third. That's alphabetical. Now, Hamburg and Schalke have already played a match. We are on the precipice of our opening match day here in Germany. And I just wanted to give a quick look as we come into the rules. We're going to look at our season preview because I've not looked at this yet. We are predicted to come in 16th, again, newly promoted, along with Osnabrück and Wien Wiesbaden. Hertha Berlin and Schalke were relegated from the Bundesliga the previous season. We're starting in July of 2023. They are obviously amongst the favorites to go right back up. So we've got a bit of a climb that we are going to have to face. But I do kind of like our team right now as it stands. We're going to take a look at them as we look at the tactic. We're going to go with a 4-2-3-1. It's going to be very basic. And we pretty much built this around two of our best players. And they are Schnellenbacher, whose first name I am forgetting right now. That would be Luca Schnellenbacher, a 29-year-old striker. He has put in quite a number of goals here in the preseason. So far, a decent amount of pace, great finishing, really good up top. Behind him, though, is going to be 26-year-old Paul Stock. Looked at Paul Stock and we're like, you know what? This guy has Shadow Striker written all over him. So that's why we decided to go with this formation. Now, joining them on the left wing side is going to be a new signee. It's German-Ghanaian dual national Bombase Conte. We have gotten him in on loan for the season. He's joining us from Hoffenheim. And just in case you want to make sure I'm not cheating, he is from Saarbrücken, which is the major city here in Saarland. There are only two German teams. One of the reasons why I picked Elversberg, one, because of their success in almost getting promotion out of the Zweite Bundesliga this current year in real life. The only other team that was an option was Saarbrücken, who failed to get out of the Dritte Liga. They were also in the relegation promotion playoff this year in real life. And I just thought Elversberg was, well, it was frankly just more interesting. So we got Conte in on the right. He'll be joined on the other side by Paul Vonner. 17-year-old has already shown a tremendous ability to make plays. He's going to be playing the wing on the right-hand side. Needs to work on his crossing just a little bit. Very good passing and vision. A tremendous amount of technique for someone of his age. Great flair as well. This kid is going to be exciting for years to come. In the midfield, we're running midfield 2. We've got a deep-lying playmaker. Currently, for this initial match, is going to be Thore Jakobsen, the 26-year-old German. Again, great teamwork, which is really why we put him in that role. He's going to be acting as the pivot. Very excited to have him in here. He's going to be joined on his right by the 23-year-old German-Turkish dual national, Semih Şahin. I really just like this kid. Now, he hasn't really shown me a lot in the preseason. We had a very successful preseason as we look to get things started in just a moment with our first match. But he's got a decent defensive ability, great tackling. That work rate, again, is phenomenal. His mental stats are fantastic. Along the back line is Maurice Neubauer on the left-hand side. Now, he is the only player right now I have personal instructions on, and that is to shoot more. This guy has a cannon of a left foot, and he scored a number of goals from just outside of the box in the preseason. I'm hoping he carries that into the regular year. A lot of pace, 5'11", so he's not too short to be on the outside. Frederick Yackel is in on loan for the season. He was actually signed as a loanee before we got here. Tremendous amount of pace, great jumping reach, standing at 6'4", the 22-year-old. Hopefully, we might be able to get him in on a permanent basis. He's currently on loan from Arminia Bielefeld. Bielefeld, excuse me. IE is B, as in Bia. But he is pretty solid back there. As far as his defensive partner, right now we are going to go with Carlo Sickinger. Now, we do have other options on the bench, which we will get to in just a moment. Only standing at 6 foot, but a great personality, tremendous teamwork. His marking, tackling ability are both pretty good for the division. And on the right-hand side is 25-year-old Robin Fellhauer. Ignore the down arrows. He did play a match most recently, and he's just coming back from a slight injury in the preseason. But very solid all around on that right side, standing at 6 foot, will defend that back post really well. And in goal, playing sweeper keeper duty, is Nicholas Christoph, the 23-year-old Austria-German dual national. Pretty good with the one-on-ones, great reflexes, nice amount of agility. His aerial reach lacks a little bit, standing at only 6'1", but we are excited to have him in there. Now, on the bench, our backup goalkeeper is going to be 30-year-old Tim Boss, the German national. He's okay. He did all right in the preseason. Not super excited about him. Kevin Conrad will be backing up that pair in the middle of our center halves, Jakel and Sickinger. He is currently wanted on transfer from Braunschweig, so we might end up moving him on. We do have some other options. As you can see, Marcel Correa and Arne Sickler here, both center halves, along with Sebastian Safte, who may play more of a role coming in from our second team as a defensive midfielder as we move forward. Yannick Rochelt is a tremendous talent, very good on the left wing, supplied a number of good quality chances in the preseason. He can also play that shadow striker role. He's going to start the season on the bench. Another loanee brought in before we got here, 20-year-old Vahid Fakir. He is pretty good with the Holy Trinity there, dribbling, finishing, first touch, all very good. Decent amount of pace on him as well. He's a backup striker. Luca Derholtz is a defensive midfielder, could also play in that shadow striker role if we really needed him to, more of a provider than a finisher. As you can see, so he's probably going to be most likely playing more of that playmaker role when we get him in there. Manuel Fiel, a 28-year-old right winger, will be serving as a backup to Vonner. Yannick Haupts is a player that we did bring in, and the reason we brought him in is because we were bringing him back. We are required, in order to have our full complement of players, to have 4 players who are trained at the club, and Haupts fit that mold. Not the greatest player on paper. His stamina and strength really give me a little bit of pause, but we needed him there for the numbers. Another player that the fans are very excited about is Florian Leoncourt, the 28-year-old Frenchman, 6'4", not as fleet of foot as Jakel is, but great marking ability, good heading ability as well. He's going to make a very solid backup there. And finally, another potential substitute on the wing or in the number 10 position is Joseph Boyamba, the 27-year-old German Democratic Republic of Congo in national. Didn't really show me a lot in the preseason, but it's good that he is here. And this is the lineup that we are going to put out there as we get set to start our season against Hannover 96. We're going to throw in some opposition instructions. We're going to keep everything balanced for the beginning, but again, we did very well in the preseason. I was very excited about the way that this team looked. We got some nice runs in from our defensive midfielder, especially the deep-lying playmaker position. We had absolutely wonderful opportunities created from really both wings, and we are very excited to kick off our Zweite Bundesliga season 4-4-2 narrow diamond for Hanover as the teams get ready to take the pitch. Hanover is going to be in the red. We are in the white. So we're not wearing our third yellow jersey. I did get to see that in the preseason and was very excited about that. Let's make sure. Extended highlights, sure, that's going to work for me as we're able to gain possession in the early going, but Stock a little untidy with it, and Hanover going to take back over. Now, the expectation, again, of the team and from the board and from the fans is just to avoid relegation, do the best that we can. Christensen's out. Through an elbow and a red card for Hanover in the first 7 minutes. And this could get us off to the start to the season that we really need to have. Dame is going to throw it in. We've played 13 minutes. Looking to get it in. Jakel is going to clear it away. Settled down by Eze along the right side. Dem taking it out wide. Eze looking for Kuntz. Sema Sahin stepping in there. Schellenbacher's got it. Playing it in the middle. Look at all those bodies headed forward. Jakobsen ultimately gets it. Lays it off. Vonner's got it. Vonner with a shot and it's wide. Oh my goodness. We were like 4-on-1 in that situation. We absolutely, positively must do better. We're losing the possession battle in this match, which is not something we really did in the preseason. So that's a little disturbing. We may need to tweak things as we go through. Vonner playing it up. Stock, good first touch. Playing in the middle. Schellenbacher, great first touch, but he can't beat Seiler. It's out behind. And Elversberg is going to get a corner. We've played just under 19 minutes of this match. Jakobsen looking to deliver the outswinger. Sending it in near post. Can't find Neubauer, who is able to hold off Kunz, but that is going to win Hanover a free kick. 4-1. Elversberg now taking advantage of the fact that we do have the man advantage, but sadly, just the one shot on target that really had a good chance. And off of the corner, Fabian Kunze, his first goal of the year. Oh, that is so disappointing. Wait, did they just get another red card? If that counts, how did they get another red card? What on earth is happening here? No, just Max Christensen. Little delayed reaction from Football Manager. Stock with the ball off of the kickoff. Neubauer can't find Stock again. Neubauer, though, does get it back. Carries it up that far sideline. Into the corner. Centers it in. Looking for Schellenbacher. And Seiler getting over. Making a great play. So keeping it a 1-0 Hanover lead. Eze up the near side. We played 25 minutes. 10-man Hanover with the advantage. Oh, my goodness. Are they going to call that as a penalty? See, it's times like this I wish I was editing these episodes, because now I'm getting a little frustrated with the team already here in the first match. No penalty. The foul happened outside of the box. Simis Shaheen getting a little lucky on that one, but this is going to be a dangerous position. Leopold putting it in back post. Jakob deals with it, plays it out behind. It's going to be a Hanover corner. 1-0 Hanover. Eze to take it. He will send it in, send it high, looking for Kunze. It's finally cleared by Samir Sahin. Conte gets there first. Can we get the numbers and go on the counterattack? Conte, 2 men on him, will ultimately lose it to Kunze. So far, not so good for Elversberg. We are leading in shots on goal, but not where it counts, and that is on the scoreboard. Christoph playing it up. Neubauer going up the far sideline. They're giving him some space. Leopold challenges him up for Stock to Conte. Looking for Stock again, but Neumann steps in front of that. Ernst, Nielsen, Hanover looking to get the counterattack on. Leopold back for Ernst as they control things in the midfield. Thrown forward. Sickinger dropping it down. Vonner. Shakeen dribbles wide before dropping it back for Sickinger. Maybe this is going to be our highlight after all. Who knows? Switched over to the far side. Neubauer pushing it forward pretty quickly. Conte, get up there. Neubauer toward the corner. Neubauer at the byline in the middle looking for Stock. Neumann clears. Jakobsen settles it down. Out wide. Neubauer in the middle. Conte turns, fires, has it blocked by the defender. Vonner will track that one down. 32 minutes have been played. Played in. Stock along the byline. Carries it back out wide near side. Fellhauser taken out, but Simish Shaheen intercepted by Leopold, and Nielsen's going to go the other way for Hanover. Beautiful opportunities. We really did a good job of getting the ball in and around the Hanover box, but just not taking advantage of our chances. Good free kick by Leopold. Christoph is going to have to deflect that out behind for a corner kick. And about that videos being shorter thing, they'll be shorter from here on out, because we will only be playing one match live each and every episode. Again, to kind of streamline things and to pretty much guarantee that we're going to be able to get this series out on as regular a basis as humanly possible. Not the first half, honestly, that I was hoping to have. Ball sent forward. It's errant for Stock. Leopold pushing it forward for Hanover. Nielsen dispossessed. Stock's got it. It's got a bit of pace into the middle. Schnellbacher lays it off to Jakobsen. Schnellbacher into the box. Looking back post. Vonner puts it on, and that's an easy save for Seiler. And, not really the kind of game that we were hoping to have. Now, again, a newly promoted team against a team at home. We are on the road. Let's keep that in mind. Home team, even though they are down a man, they do have experience at this level, which is not something that we can say about SV Elversberg. Backheel pass, corner of the box, Fellhauser in for Schnellbacher, and that one's going to go over. Probably the best attempt we've had on goal in the last 20 minutes or so, only managing 4 of our 8 shots on target. They are a perfect 4 for 4. Fabian Kunze is the difference so far. We're going to still pump up the team. We're not going to get down on anyone too much, but we are going to hope for just a little bit more. Maybe we go to a more positive mentality if we don't turn this around in the next, 10, 15 minutes or so. Played forward, Schellbacher. And see, we're getting the men forward. It's just a matter of connecting. We've got 5 guys in the box. Can we find one? No, Neumann deals with it. Conte will track that down, but he can't keep it in. It will go out for a Hanover throw. Hanover enjoying a 1-0 lead, the majority of the match momentum. I mean, we're winning the XG battle just on sheer numbers alone as we put the ball on goal twice as many times as Hanover has. Kunze up for Nielsen, right on the shoulder of the defender. How did he miss it? He missed it because Christoph got his finger on that, and it will be a Hanover corner. Leopold looking to send that in. Looking back post, doesn't quite get there. Toucher is blocked. Vonner plays it forward. Conte is there waiting for support, so we'll just dribble it out wide before dropping it back for Neubauer. Neubauer's having a pretty decent game. Shaheen is having a pretty decent game. The guys up front, though, are not really getting it done. I was talking up how great Schnellbacher was and how great Stock was, and they are both having fairly mediocre contests so far. Speaking of which, that was not great by Conte. Conte, I think, is going to be the first substitution we make as Eze's shot is deflected out behind by Christoph. We'll wait a little bit as we close in on the 55-minute mark. Eze looking deep. Christoph will deal with that. Let's see, can we get forward quickly? No, we cannot. So Conte has been a bust so far. So Yannick Rochelt is going to come in. We're not going to make any other adjustments right now. I'm going to let Schnellbacher get himself off of the schneid and hopefully be a little better. Dead ball, 60th minute. Vonner looking for Stock, but Halstenberg is there for Hanover, and they regain possession at the edge of their final third. Ernst for Kunze, looking to move it forward. Leopold, who has been pretty deadly, up for Nielsen, runs out of space, drops it back for Kunze, looking over the top. He's got Nielsen, isolated one-on-one, played in the middle. Stock will just drop that down to Shaheen. And are we going the other way? No, we're just going to drop it back to Christoph. But maybe the highlight will continue. Fellhauser up for Vonner. Nice touch away from one man, away from two. Plays up near side. Rochelt can't deal with it, but it comes to Neubauer. Rochelt, great ball to Stock, and he drags it wide. That was the perfect opportunity to equalize, and Stock just could not make that happen. Rochelt nodding down. Schnellbacher, Neubauer up for Rochelt. Come on, get another pass in that. But the pass from Rochelt was just picture perfect to Stock. It was Stock who flubbed his lines, but he doesn't this time. Paul Stock picking up his first goal of the season. Jakobsen with the assist to equalize in the 62nd minute. Stock had to make up for it because I was eyeing, as soon as he missed that one, I was eyeing that rating and his health, his stamina, and I was like, is Stock the next guy that I'm getting off of the pitch? Now, I very well might. Vonner's feeling a little bit knackered. Schellbacher is really not doing the job, and I don't know if he's going to wake out of things in this particular match. So with 20 minutes left to go, let's make a couple of changes. We will bring in Manuel Fiel to go out on the right side. Schellbacher will come out. Vahid Fagir, the 19-year-old, will take his place as we have made 3 of our 5 possible changes. We'll keep something in reserve, but right now things are really starting to tilt our way here in this second half, and I think being down to just 10 men has really worn Hanover out just a little bit. Now, they do have a couple of changes that they are going to make, and so we're going to make one more, and that's going to be bring out Paul Stock, and Luca Durholz will take his place. He can play in that position. It's probably not his best role necessarily, And coming out of this match on the road against an established veteran team like Hanover with at least a point is pretty good. Although over the top, Fagir's got it, but Zeiler comes out, cuts down the angle, and he's just able to put it right into his belly. Zeiler looking to send it long. We have about a minute and a half left here of second half stoppage time. Fiel into the middle, up for Derholtz, moves it to his left, looks to send Fagir into the box. He'll stop, over for Jakobsen. Rochelt turns across, Fiel wide open, but Zeiler gets over and makes the save. Corner kick coming up for Elversberg. We're going to go attacking, and the reason we're going to do that, I don't even know if the change is going to happen in time, but I really think we need to take advantage of this momentum that we've gotten. Is this a change we should have made earlier? Most likely. Not a great corner there, unfortunately. Derholtz, Jakobsen, back for Derholtz. Derholtz, does he have a lane? No, that's going to get deflected out behind. It will lead to another Elversberg quarter. We've got seconds remaining in this match. Last gasp opportunity to take a 2-1 lead in all 3 points. Rochelt in, Fagir too high. It's, the Fellhauer, and he just could not put that on target. The full-time whistle is blown. 1-1 is your final score. Look at that XG, obviously underperforming that. That's something we need to work on a little bit. Possession still tilted in Hanover's favor, but generally a pretty good first outing for Elversberg in the second tier of German football. And hopefully this is just the beginning of a beautiful, beautiful season. What is coming up ahead, you may ask? Well, we've got the DFB Pokal first round after a match against the Hansa Rostock. We are going to come back as we take on Osnabrück at the beginning of the month of September. That way we'll be able to review any other potential moves we may have made. If you've enjoyed the episode, please hit that like button. Also subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. I hope that you enjoy this series. If you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments. It may take me a little while to get to them, but if there's anything you'd like to see, if you like the way that we're doing things, I'd just love to hear from you. Thank you very much and look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, bye-bye.